So, Drew, your last start a few days ago, you pitched a gem, 5 scoreless innings. Tell us about what you had working a couple of days ago.
Honestly, I just felt more in command and a lot more consistent with my delivery, and I think that just really attributed to just a lot more pitches to the zone and just being able to kind of keep hitters off balance, especially with the off speed, just being able to drop that in at any time. And really, I mean, I think here and especially in Double A, and I think the levels above, if you can do that, I think you'll just be successful. So, I mean, that was a big focus kind of coming along on this week and after the previous week, just kind of fine tuning all those little things and just seeing how it works.
Drew, for people like me that has never seen you pitch, tell the folks at home what you're working with as far as fastball and your off-speed pitches.
So fastball, I mean, I wouldn't really consider it fast, but you know, it's there. But yeah, so like fastball, curveball, slider, and then working on a changeup that Means helped me out with a little bit, and then a splitter I've been throwing for a while, and then also just the occasional drop down whenever we get the sign for it. So just trying to mess up some guys' timing and just trying to mess with their eyes.
I was going to say, Drew, the word on the street was you consulted with the Orioles ace, John Means, about your changeup and the grip. How did that conversation start? Was it just a phone call in the offseason?
No, honestly, it was when he was down rehabbing with Aberdeen, just like the one day he was there. And I got lucky enough to be in the clubhouse at the same time as he was, and he was just kind of done with this outing. So I figured, you know, like now's probably the time to approach him. So I literally just asked him, like, hey, I just got a real quick question. Like, can you help me out throughout with like throwing a changeup and kind of just some of the feel and like your thought process on throwing it, because I've been struggling with it for a little while, and I've been told like that really helped my arsenal. And like, I mean, he was honestly the most genuine guy and like really helped me a lot out with anything that I really needed. Like we even talked a little bit on the curveball too, but I mean, the changeup was the main focus on that because that's a big part of what I've been needing to improve on.
So you pretty much, I mean, you were drafted in 2018, 4th round out of high school in Kentucky. So you came to the Orioles, you know, 4 years ago, I guess it sounds like, with a fastball and maybe a couple different breaking balls. But it was the changeup that you really wanted to kind of refine and get going as a 4th pitch.
Yeah, correct. I mean, I always had that splitter, but it was kind of more of like just a strikeout pitch. Didn't really have any consistency with it. But now that's kind of still maintaining that kind of strikeout kind of intent with it and just kind of getting the changeup to where I can throw that. Kind of just to keep guys off balance because, I mean, my breaking balls all break the same way and just have something break the opposite way just to kind of keep them guessing a little bit. Really helped me a lot, and I think it's really going to help me in the future.
Drew, when people talk about pitching prospects in the Orioles system, they talk about Grayson Rodriguez, they talk about D.L. Hall, they're talking about Kyle Bradish. They may not be talking about Drew Rom. Is that something some of the other pitchers right now in the system are wearing, that maybe you guys are being overlooked because everyone's looking at the big three?
I mean, I think at this point we're kind of okay with it, considering, like, I mean, of course they're the top dogs at this point, and they've proven it so far. And I think we're just a slip behind just because of where we're at in our career, and they've had a little bit more experience than us. I know me and Grayson are about the same age, but he's had a little bit more of the higher up experience. And I think just for us, it's just kind of doing our own thing under the radar, and we don't really need the big name, like anything that comes with that or any of the press release or anything like that. And I think we're okay with that just because we're just getting better every day, and eventually we're going to be making some headlines. So
I'll tell you what's not flying under the radar is your 4 years in the minor leagues and the numbers you have put up, 18-7 with a 2.9 ERA. What's impressed me as a young guy, you get drafted at 18 years old, but you've always been able to command the strike zone, always been able to throw strikes.
Yeah, no, that's just been a big point for me. Like even in high school, like I wasn't really going to be a guy to blow you past. And I never really had that like outstanding velocity like Grayson or DL does. But I mean, I was just always able to be successful kind of just by locating. And I just know that velocity is going to come with time and maturity. So, I mean, I can only control the things I can control. And then just from there, it's just what happens in the future. So,
one of the Orioles' top pitching prospects, Drew Rom, we appreciate it so much. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, guys. It was a good time.
Good luck, Drew.
Thank you.